Let me ask you something, and I ask that you be honest with yourself. Do you go to bed exhausted, but as soon as you lay your head on the pillow, your mind doesn't switch off? Do you toss and turn, wake up at 2 or 3 in the morning, and simply can't fall back asleep? And during the day, it seems like that energy, that vigor you used to have, has simply disappeared? And, perhaps most frustratingly, that potency from the past, which defined so much of your confidence, also seems to be fading? If you are over 60, I know you're feeling this. This isn't an easy conversation, but it's the most important conversation we need to have about your men's health. The good news is that this isn't the end of the line, and the solution starts today. If this sounds familiar, I want you to take a deep breath, because know that it's the #1 complaint in my office. You're not alone in this. And what frustrates me most as a doctor is hearing men come in and say that another professional told them it's just age and that you have to accept it. Let me be absolutely clear. This is not normal. It's common, but it's not normal. This is not a symptom of age. It's a symptom of deficiency. Accepting this decline as inevitable is the real enemy. As a urologist with over 20 years focused on the root cause of male vitality, I can state, your body is asking for help. And today, I'm going to focus on one specific nighttime nutrient that is the cornerstone for these 3 problems. Before I tell you exactly what this nutrient is and how to use it, I need you to stop for a second and make a commitment to yourself. Answer me honestly in the comments. Which of these 3 pillars bothers you the most today? Is it the lack of sleep, the disappearance of vigor, or is it the potency that's frustrating you? I want to know. Your answer helps me create a map of men's health here on the channel. And while you're typing, if you're tired of hearing this is normal for age and want a medical approach that seeks the root cause, subscribe to the channel now. This isn't a place for accepting decline, it's a place for restoration. Click the sign up button now to become part of this community of men who refuse to accept less. Thank you for sharing. Reading your comments gives me a clear map of what you're facing. Now, let's get to the solution. The nutrient we're talking about, the pillar that sustains this triad of male vitality, is magnesium. But not the generic kind you find everywhere. I'm talking about the right kind at the right time. When my patients take it at night, we attack all 3 pillars of action. Let's start with pillar 1, deep sleep, the brain shutdown. Biologically, magnesium regulates the neurotransmitter GABA, gamma-aminobutyric acid. Think of GABA as your brain's brake pedal. Emotionally, it's what finally calms that racing mind at night, that feeling of the engine running even when you're lying down. Essentially, this allows you to finally reach deep REM sleep, which is exactly where your body repairs itself and where you produce vital hormones. The result is waking up feeling genuinely rested, perhaps for the first time in years. But restorative sleep is only the first part of the equation. Let's move on to pillar 2, vigor, the cellular battery. What happens biologically? Magnesium is an essential cofactor for the production of ATP, adenosine triphosphate, within your mitochondria. These are technical terms, but what does it mean? ATP is the energy currency of every cell in your body, and mitochondria are the small power plants that produce this ATP. Emotionally, when you are deficient in magnesium, it's as if your power plants are working at half capacity. That's why you feel like your battery is always at 10%, no matter how much you rest. Essentially, by taking magnesium at night, you're replenishing those energy plants. You're literally recharging your cells while you sleep, so you have the vigor and physical energy for the next day. But let's get to the pillar I know many of you are waiting for, and it's the most critical to your confidence. And now, pillar 3, potency, or what I call the release of testosterone. This is a crucial point that many men don't understand. Biologically, magnesium plays a vital role. It binds to SHBG, the sex hormone binding globulin. Now, what is SHBG? Think of it as a sponge that floats in your blood and traps your testosterone, rendering it inactive. Magnesium fits into this sponge, preventing it from trapping your testosterone. Emotionally, a lack of potency and libido is devastating. It strikes at the core of your confidence as a man. Essentially, by occupying SHBG, magnesium releases more free testosterone into your bloodstream. And it's the free testosterone that matters. More free testosterone means more libido, more desire, and crucially, better vascular support, blood flow, necessary for physical power. Okay, Dr. Ricardo, I understand the 3 pillars, but how do I do this in practice? That's the most important question, and specificity is everything here. It's no use going out and buying the first bottle you see. Write this down. First, not just any type. Most magnesium supplements sold, such as magnesium oxide or chloride, have poor absorption and can even loosen your bowels. You need to look for chelated forms, such as magnesium bisglycinate, great for sleep, or threonate, excellent for brain function. These are the ones your body actually uses. Second, the right time. Magnesium is the brake pedal of the nervous system. Take it 60 minutes before bed. It signals to your body that it's time to shut down. Third, the effective dose. This varies, but for most of my patients, starting with a dose of 300 milliliters to 400 milliliters of the chelated form is the ideal and safe starting point. Observe your body and your sleep. Listen carefully, and I want you to look at me now. I know what goes through your head when you lie on your pillow and sleep doesn't come, or when you avoid an intimate situation. You start to believe that your best days are behind you. You start to accept the narrative that being 60, 70, or 80 years old is a sentence of decline. Let me tell you, as your doctor and your ally, your body is not broken. It is not failing you. It is just starving for the right nutrients that have been depleted over decades. What you are feeling is not the end. It's a GPS signal, a cry for help from your body. Vitality has no age, but it requires the right raw materials. And you took the first step to understanding that today. I want you to fundamentally reject the idea that it's normal for your age is an acceptable response. That's not a response, it's giving up. And you're not here to give up. You deserve, yes, you deserve, to feel empowered in your relationships. You deserve to have the physical and mental energy to enjoy your children, your grandchildren, your hobbies, and not just be a spectator of your own life. You deserve to wake up rested, ready for the day, and not with that chronic feeling of being dragged along against your will. Vitality, my friends, is not an exclusive privilege of youth. It's a biological right that needs to be maintained with the right knowledge and the right nutrition. What we did here today wasn't just talk about a mineral, it was a mindset shift. You are not broken. Repeat that. It's not too late. This change doesn't happen overnight, but it starts with a decision. The decision to stop blaming your body and instead start nourishing it. Think about what it would be like to wake up next week feeling genuinely rested. Imagine having the energy to play with your grandchildren on the floor instead of just watching from the couch. Imagine confidence returning to your relationship, not because of a synthetic blue pill, but because you restored the fundamental chemistry of your own body. This isn't a dream. It's physiology. It's what happens when we give the body the right tool. Magnesium, in this context, isn't just a mineral. It's a key. It's the key that unlocks sleep, that ignites cellular energy, and that releases the power you thought was lost forever. So, your journey doesn't end here. It begins. The journey of regaining your vitality isn't about becoming someone you're not. It's about returning to who you always were, before nutritional deficiencies and society's lies about aging began to dictate the rules. It's not about a magic pill, but about a smart choice. The choice to understand your biology, to honor your body's signals, and to act on knowledge, not desperation. I want you to leave this video today not just with a tip about a supplement, but with a renewed sense of hope. Hope is the spark. Action is the fire. Today, we rekindled that spark. Now it's up to you to use the knowledge to build the fire. You're in control. I really read the comments. They're my way of continuing this consultation. Tell me, now, do you already take magnesium? Or are you going to start taking it after this video? I want to know what your action plan is. And if this video helped you have hope, if it ignited that spark we talked about, then do two things. Send this to a man who needs to hear this message, and then watch the video I'm leaving right here on the screen. In it, I talk about the 3 foods that are silently killing your testosterone after age 50. It's the next logical step in your restoration journey. Click there, and I'll see you in the next video. Remember, don't accept decline. Until then.